If you are gonna keep switching jobs, it needs to be the same type of job. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So y'all, today I wanted to come and talk to y'all about basically having a career versus having a job. So I talked to y'all the other day about how I'm in the process of trying to look for a new position, a better position, a higher paying position. I was just thinking back, like when I first started working, like I had my first job at 15. I'm 38 years old right now. I had my first job at 15. So I've been working, that'd be 15 plus 8. That's 23 years. Yeah, 15 plus 8. So I've been working for 23 years, y'all. And I just feel like I wish I would have known. Like everything I know now, I wish I would have knew then. Like if I would have known that experience, I feel like experience is the best thing that you need to get a job. Not necessarily, I mean, it just depends on what field you going into and what your career is. But because the thing, okay, so listen. So the thing is, like, even if you have a degree or even after you go to school, you still really need experience to grow in your field. Like, anybody can get like an entry-level job, but to like kind of get to the level that like you really might be trying to get to, you need experience. And I feel like the biggest thing I wish I would have done in some of my other jobs is just try to keep the jobs longer. Like I'm notorious for getting a new job. Like I've had so many in the 23 years, I've had probably 15 jobs. I've had about 15 jobs in 23 years. That'll let you know that I don't even stay at a job for more than a year. And looking back, I just wish I would have stayed at one place, because switching around so much, what it does is it's like you're starting over. Like you're constantly starting over, because it's hard to come into it's hard to come into a new position. Like it's hard to come straight into like a high level position without the experience. And they want to see the experience like at one place. They don't want to see your resume one year you at this company, next year you at that company, next year. Like it's given like it's all over the place, versus if you were at one place for 4 years, you were at one place for 5 years. Then when you apply to the next position, you could take that with you and be ready to go to the next step. But by switching jobs so much like I did, I felt like it really hindered my growth in a way. So anyway, but that's what I feel like the difference between a career and a job is. Because when you have a job, it's just like a job. It's just like you doing it. Like you might be working as a customer service job. You might be working as a packer, like like UPS. Like it's just a job, because that's not your career. It's hard to build experience if you working at UPS, then you go over here and you work at a different warehouse and you keep starting over. You keep working at warehouses, but you keep switching warehouses, and it's like you can't get nowhere like that. You can't. It's hard to grow when you keep starting over, y'all. And if I can't do anything else, I feel like that's my biggest advice, is to stay in one place. Stay in one place long enough to get what you need to get, and then take that and take the next step. But just making lateral, like I feel like I made a lot of lateral moves with my career, and so I've been like at a standstill because I keep jumping around. Now the position that I'm at now, I feel like I'm actually starting to see growth, because I've been there. It'll be 2 years, and I know 2 years is not a long time, y'all, but for me it is, and that's why I could definitely see the growth in me. So anyway, y'all, I highly recommend like getting a career. It's like with a career, like even in my situation, even though I don't feel like I've had that much growth, honestly, I do feel like it was still beneficial to stay in the same field, even though I kept moving around, because I still have like 10 years of finance experience. I might not have 10 years of accounting experience, but these last 8 years have all been junior. I've had a junior accountant role. I've had accounts payable. I had accounts receivable. I had property accountants. I had When I worked at the UPS corporate office in Sandy Springs, I worked in their tax department. So it was still finance related, but it was dealing more with the taxes for the company, not necessarily like the books and stuff. So I got tax experience, like tax accounting experience. But so those are like that's like 4 or 5 different job titles, all finance related, all accounting related. So that's the other thing. Like, if you are going to keep switching jobs, it needs to be the same type of job. Like, if you're a customer service representative, you could work at Verizon, or you could work at, like a health insurance company, but see, even that is too much of a jump. Like, let's say you're a customer service representative at a health insurance company. Like, 1 year you work at Blue Cross Blue Shield, and then you go over to Mercy, or then you go over to United Healthcare, but you're still a customer service representative and you're still working in the medical field. Even though you're switching jobs, it's still all related, and you can still at the end of the day say, well, I got 3 years of customer service experience. I got 4 years of customer service experience. So that's what I would definitely say. Make sure you are focused on one type of job. Like, that's what I did. Like, even though I switched jobs so much, I only ever applied for finance related jobs and accounting related jobs, so that I was continuously building an accountant resume, and I think people sometimes get discouraged, like if they can't get a job in the field that they're looking for, and they kind of like accept something else. And I did that after the pandemic. That's when I worked with this freight forwarding company, and it was like logistics, and it was like for truck drivers or whatever. Y'all, I think some of y'all might remember that, but that was totally not accounting. And I was there. But yeah, so I was there for almost a year, and what happened was, not only did I not like my coworkers and like the manager and like the whole situation, it wasn't in my field. And so I was like, okay, and I knew that's why, like, it wasn't working out 100%, because that's not really where I belonged. I just took the job because I needed a job, and that's okay. But at the same time, you don't ever want to get too comfortable in something that's not building your resume. Like, I know you getting a paycheck, but at the end of the day, you still want to get something out of it other than just a paycheck. You know what I'm saying? And looking back, I'm really proud of the way that I've picked jobs and applied for jobs, because even though I can't say that I've been at the same job for 5 years, 10 years, I can say that I do have 10 years of finance related experience, because even when I started college back in 2005, I was a bank teller, and that was like my first real finance related job. Because even at that time, I was like, I want to be an accountant. I'm going to strictly focus on accounting and da 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 da. So I felt like, coming in as a bank teller, it's dealing with money, it's dealing with numbers. So I felt like that was like a good entry level position to start with. So yeah, but yeah, y'all, if my camera died on me one more time. But anyway, so my camera keep dying on me, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. But that's all I got for y'all today. Stay tuned. Make sure you like this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. And I will see you next time. Bye.